I'm initializing. It's initializing. Hold on. Initializing. There we go. Now you're recording. See? Ooh, that's a burp. Sorry about that one. Don't worry. I'll just burp because
It's okay. It's okay.
all right. Now this says
Makes you feel better.
playing. Now the back of us is black. I can't change it. Oh well, we're just gonna be black for this episode. It's fine.
Oh
Okay,
Lord.
too much fun. Where's my Kermit the Frog? I have to make a Kermit the Frog for this now too. Jesus. Okay. All right. Wait. I gotta start butt. Hold on. I gotta start butter, else the whole purpose of this is useless. Um. Okay. We're gonna. All right. So we are live now.
You are listening to WRIR, Rabbit and Red Radio. This is Ridiculous Ramblings, Friday Night Live. Now, here are your hosts, Amy and Michael J.
Okay. That was an abrupt thing because for whatever reason the slider in and you know what, you should talk first. I opened my big fat mouth before you did. I didn't want to do that, but
I'm just over here
I was
bopping like, you
aggravated.
made that sick beat.
Yeah, it's a I enjoy it very much. It's very sick. The problem is
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
very sick. I'm very sick because Evie Mux annoys me because this slider, okay, it started at 80 and I wanted it to start at 80, but then like before we went live, I was testing it and it went like down, like I lowered it to 30. That's why when it started, it was like low. So I'll have to listen back to the audio version and see if it's low, which it probably will be, and it'll piss me off because then I'll just that's why like you heard it like low in the beginning and then after like
Mhm.
20 seconds I cranked it up to 80 and then I'm like, "Oh wait, we're coming to the end, so it's time to go down again." Then I go down again and it's like, "All right, that's decreasing not as fast as I want it to." So then I like move it like abruptly and then just all of a sudden cuts off and I'm like, "Thank you, stupid program. Why do you do that to me?"
I can fade the end of the track out a little bit, like, too, so it goes quieter faster.
Well, you know what? I might say that's probably a good idea because
Okay.
EVMux does not seem to like fade. Like it doesn't
Okay.
understand fade. I you know,
Okay.
I yeah, it doesn't
I'll
get
work on the
fade.
fade. I'll take it, I'll move it up, because the more you move it up, it starts fading faster.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
It's weird.
I like that. I like that. Um, so yeah, I apologize that we're a big black background tonight because I didn't set this up properly because I'm an idiot. So next
You're
week
not
will
an
be
idiot.
better. I'm an idiot. So next week will be better. And we're not live video tonight either because again, I I think I sent you
Internet
the wrong
hates
link.
us.
I think I sent you the wrong link because here's what's going to happen. After we finish setting up for Ridiculous Radio on Sunday tomorrow, I'm
Mhm.
going to delete the studio for radio test show as I called it because
Okay.
that is now the bane of my existence. It is
You
the
remember
bane
how
of
I
my
said
existence.
earlier that the internet gods smiled upon us and said, "Amy and Michael, I don't hate you." I think they took it back.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be the first time in my case. So,
They're
yeah.
like, "Nope, sorry. Joke's on you." Oh
That's that.
my
No.
god.
So it seems like it's been a day.
Mhm.
It's been a few weeks since we've been I mean, you've been live and doing wonderful.
Well, thank you.
But since we've been live together, it's been a while. So
Yes, it
what,
has.
what's been happening in Amy's world, as I like to call it?
In Amy's world, oh my gosh. Well, the SpongeBob's are still running around. Everything's still on fire. But
Oh,
I'm trying to keep a fire extinguisher and put out a couple of them here and there as I can. So just still working on music, working on podcasting, trying to come up with some new ideas to streamline the show a little bit. Because someone asked me the other day, they're like, "What's your podcast about?" And I'm like, well, I try to do something educational. I try to teach you some things because I'll get an idea in my head and I'll wonder, how did that come about? Or, what started this or started that? So I'll do a breakdown of that. And then it's usually just some random things in between just to
mm.
kind of keep it entertaining as far as like comedy wise, but also educational wise. I need to streamline that so I can be like, oh, my podcast is about.
I mean, yeah, but you know what? I'll be honest with you. I mean, and this is coming from someone who's been doing it. Geez, next month will be my 15th anniversary. So,
Mm.
okay. So this is coming from someone who's been doing it for 15 years. I still have no idea what my podcasts or actually, you know what? I'm not even calling them podcasts anymore because I think I told you off air. I probably did. And I don't think I said anything on this um, social media, but the whole reason that we're doing the live audio is because I'm trying to treat these more like radio shows because I don't like, I mean, in 2010, I loved the word podcast. Podcast was like, that was my jam. Like with Blog
Right.
Talk Radio, when we started, I was like, this is great. This is what I want to do. Then the big boom came where everyone started
Right.
doing podcasts. I mean, and that's great. But now I have friends who used to do podcasts with me, and now they say they only listen to top tier podcasts that the celebrities do. And I say, you're a scumbag. I said, you know why you're a scumbag? Because you started with me where I still am. I am still in your low level third tier podcast, and you only listen to top tier. What is your problem? You so now I am rising up and revolting against the podcast because the celebrities have taken it over, and now I'm starting to hate celebrities. So this is my message to go. I will blow them all up with this new radio because that's the thing. Everybody says radio is dead, and yes, radio in the sense where you turn on a station and listen to music. Yeah, that's dead. You can automate that. But you know what you can't automate? You can't automate personality.
Nope.
And 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 okay, so this is uncensored slightly, and I have a personality, and you have a personality.
I do.
But you know what these celebrities don't have? They don't have personalities. I can beat them under the table any day of the week, and I will.
And they're not doing their own material. Somebody writes that shit for them.
Oh, of course, they have writers. They have writers, and I'll tell you, I used to love Dax Shepard. I loved him. I watched that show Parenthood that he was in. It was one of my favorite shows. I loved it. I mean, and I used to listen to Dax Shepard's podcast. But you know
Mm.
what? When people started calling celebrity podcasts top tier, and what I'm doing and what you're doing is third tier or low level, that's ridiculous. And not ramblings ridiculous or ridiculous ramblings. That's just utter ridiculousness because we can destroy the celebrities, and that's what we will do going forward. That is my message to you and anyone else who is listening. We will destroy the celebrities. That is the goal.
We have a mission.
That you are right. And damn it, my air horn was out of reach. I was trying
Oh,
to do something dynamic and I couldn't reach the damn air horn and the thing isn't going up. This is
that's
what
the one
makes us a
sound I
third
can't make.
tier.
I can't make an air horn.
This is what makes us third tier, Amy, because I can't do this on time. Damn it,
It's kind of like people
third
traded
tier,
in.
third tier.
Thank
Damn
you.
it.
It's like people kind of have treated us like the B flick, like horror films,
Yeah.
where some of them are pretty good and they have a good following. And then they're like, "Oh, but this one has better effects." So then we just kind of get pushed off to the side.
And anyone that does that, I mean, really, there are things that we do that top tier podcasts won't do. Do you know why top tier podcasts won't do them? Because top tier podcasts are afraid. See,
And
that's
they're
the
so
thing. I'm not afraid. Yeah, and I'm not afraid, and I don't think you're afraid either. I'll make an ass out of myself in the airwaves. I've done it before, and I will do it
I do it
again.
when I'm not doing the podcast, so why shouldn't I do it on the podcast?
Exactly. That's the point. I look, see this green thing on my shirt? Slimer, you can't see it because I love this. And I'm 45 years old and I love him. He is my best friend in the whole wide world. He's got that little tongue hanging out of his mouth. I want it.
Mhm.
I want that tongue. I want it. It's like, come on here, people. Really, this is ridiculous.
Oh my god.
I, I get snot coming out of my nose and I don't know why. Whew.
I blame the weather. I blame it 100%.
It was raining here. It was raining here today. How about where you are?
So actually it started out really weird here today. So this is the Midwest. Um it was super warm all week this
Just
week.
keep talking. I'll
Like
be right back for a second.
high 70s. And then all of a sudden winter was like, "Hey, did you miss me?" I heard some of you complaining that it was too hot. So she tried to step back in this morning. We had 40-degree weather, which felt more like 30-degree weather, and frost on the windshields this morning to
Oh,
go from like 6 a.m. to about 10 a.m. And then all of a sudden, Summer came and sashayed up and she was like, hey, girl, hey, I'm going to need you to go back to where you came from. So then we went back up to almost like 72-degree weather today. So we were doing two seasons at one time. No rain, thankfully. Hopefully, I didn't just screw us by saying that. I'm going to knock on some wood here. There we go.
yes, please do that because that's the cure all. So do that.
Yes, you're all. I'm gonna have to like invest in like a wooden cane or an artificial peg leg or something, so I have a little piece of wood that I can always knock on.
It's a
Which is
shame
my
that
back
my mother's
is
not.
going the way that it is. I might need a cane because I was
Yeah,
just short of decrepit this morning.
it's it's a shame that we buried my mother with her leg, or I'd send it to you and you could use that.
Oh my god. See, this is why it's called Ridiculous Ramblings and Friday Night Live. It's like a mashup of your favorite show, which is Saturday Night Live. And
Yeah,
all the random things that people think in their heads that they won't say because that's embarrassing. We don't care.
yeah,
We don't care.
yeah. I think we'll just say it. You know.
We are just gonna say it. Oh my gosh, talk about something like really random. So today
Hmm.
at work, it was I float. I go between the different offices. And so I was at Granger today, and that's
Yeah.
like our fancier kind of store. But it was one of the salesmen, he's leaving. He's gonna go work over at one of the other stores in the finance department. So
Hmm.
they got a cake for him for his going away. Even though he's not technically like leaving the company, he's just not gonna be at Granger anymore. So everybody's like, we don't have a knife to cut the cake. Everybody's
Oh,
like, "Oh, is there a knife up here? Is there a knife over there? Amy, do you have a knife?" I'm like, "Why the fuck would I have a knife? Like,
do you have a
I
knife?
don't have a knife." So
Mhm,
I'm like, "Okay, y'all do you." And so the sales manager came through. He goes, "Hey, we found something to cut the cake with. If you want to go back there and get a piece, go ahead." I'm like,
mm.
"Okay, cool." And it's ice cream cake. I mean, who's gonna say no to an ice cream cake? And after the week I've had, I deserve a damn piece of ice cream cake.
Yes, yes.
I go back there.
More
Do
than
you know what they found to cut this with? And nobody knows where this came from. It was just randomly at the shop.
a meat cleaver.
A hatchet.
Ooh,
A hatchet is what they cut the ice cream cake with. But
and
it worked out very
mhm,
well because you were able to slice it and then scoop it and put it on your plate.
mm,
So kind of
now
genius,
now
but who the fuck just left a hatchet at the shop?
well I'll say this, and it's kind of fitting because today, don't ask me how I know this, I'm an idiot. Today is the 45th anniversary of the theatrical release of the original Friday the 13th, so it's kind of fitting that you find a hatchet in your shop on such, you know, an auspicious occasion. Yeah, 45 years old, and yes, I do feel old. That is insane. I cannot believe it. Horrible. Ugh.
I've got less than what is it? It's 28 days now until my 40th birthday. I am joining the over the hill crowd.
Well, mm, I mean, technically, I mean, you're probably in better shape than I am, so I would say maybe okay, so at
That's because you only
45,
see me from the neck up.
well, no, 45, who the hell was this? Oh, I don't care about this person. 45,
To voicemail.
40, yeah, exactly. Yeah, 45 is, see, because if you're saying 40 is over the hill, then that means we're only gonna live till 80. I don't wanna think that I'm gonna be dead at 80. I wanna think that, I mean, well, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna make it to 80. If I do, it'd be great, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But, they did say though, I'm okay, so I'm off topic for a second, but I did hear this week that within 10 years, there will be something, because of the advances in medicine,
Mhm.
we will be able to live till at least 125.
Hmm.
So we could technically, so then in a sense, then 40 really wouldn't be over the hill anymore because if we're, I'm not good with mathing in my head for a second, so let's see.
I'm not good with mathing in my head with a calculator.
Yeah,
Give me an
well, see,
abacus.
yeah, that would require me to have to pick up a phone. I mean, yeah, to pick up the phone, and I just don't want to do that right now. Wait, oh, and that's something else I wanted to talk to you about because I was thinking about this, and now that we're doing the audio thing, I can, I can do this kind of easier now. I guess I could have done it just as easy before. Now, um, I shit, what was I thinking? I just had a brain fart. Don't mind me. I'm stupid tonight. Okay, what um what was it? Okay, so you started that new show in the end, like before, did you start that show before we kind of took the last almost month off because, you know,
Yes, I started it after.
after, right, right, right.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it it okay, so I listen to a variety of music depending on
Mhm.
my mood. It's basically whatever. So I'm not ashamed to admit. that I listen to, that Ariana Grande quite a bit for whatever reason because
Mhm,
her voice is whichever, I enjoy it. But there's one song,
mhm,
you probably know the song that I'm talking about if you've heard her before. Um, but I heard that song and
mhm.
it made me think of Hard Things for some reason because I'm like, "Wow." I'm like because she's talking about things in this song that are kind of hard and there's and I'm like, "Hmm, kind of goes together." So it's like but see, like, I heard that song, and when I first heard that song, I'm, like, thinking to myself, like, before I used to think, like, Ariana was, like, this nice and, like, this girl that was just like,
Mhm.
"Okay, she's a good girl, and this is just how this is." But then you hear that song, and it's like, I don't know how good she is anymore. I think she's going to another realm of thinking or things, and that's great. But it it led me to wanna
Which one are
ask
you
you,
which song is it?
have you ever you've probably never heard it. It's now you're gonna have to do mathing with this question. The name of the song
Mhm.
is 34 plus 35.
Oh, see, I'm trying to pull it up. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Here, I do have
Um, I do have it, I believe,
it.
'cause I was actually gonna open the show with it tonight, but then I didn't open the show with it for whatever purpose.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that
Um,
one before.
yes. Well, yeah, if you so it's like, okay, so my thing is there a song that you've heard, by an artist that kind of made you think, okay, so before you heard the song, you thought that they were like a good, clean, fun-loving person, and then you hear a song like that, you know, 69, and it kind of, you know, changes your impression of said person.
Hmm.
To kind of think like, wow, this person has a little bit of a wild side that you didn't know about previously.
I will say that I didn't think she was, like, an angel, but I will say I was surprised by Rihanna's song, BDSM.
Ah, yeah,
Have you heard that one?
I can, yeah. Mhm.
Or S&M, I'm sorry, S&M.
Isn't that the one with the whips and the chains that excite her and all
Yes.
that?
Yep.
I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I know
I don't
exactly the
give you
song you're talking
that,
about."
but I'm perfectly good at it. Sex in the air, I don't care, I love the smell of it. Yep.
See?
Sticks and stones
And
may break my bones, but whips and chains excite me. Yep, that's the one.
see, that should be your next karaoke go-to. That's perfect.
So when you were talking
That
about
is perfect.
Ariana's song, I'm like, there's a couple of them that are kinda a little racy. Like the one that she does with, Nicki Minaj, "Side to Side." That's about
Mhm.
getting some of the D all night long.
Yeah, yeah, but the thing is maybe that didn't register with me at the time, but see the 34, 35 thing, that just
Mhm,
kinda, like, hit me in the face because I remember, like, when I first heard the song, I'm sitting there like, "Okay, why do you name a song 34, 35?" And then I'm, like, listening to it, I'm like,
mhm,
"Alright." I'm like, "Okay, okay." And then at the end, like, she did the math for you, and then at the end, I'm
mhm.
like, "Ah, now I get it." So then I went back and I listened to it again, and I'm like, yeah, I think I get it. Okay, that makes sense. But I'm like, okay, so is she the good witch like in Wicked? Or, because I'm thinking of like the Cat Valentine like her, and I'm like, Cat Valentine would
Don't
not be
forget the
singing this
number
song.
3. What? I always forget the number 3.
See?
My daughter
Damn.
loves
I
that
should
show.
I'm not ashamed to admit it, and I was probably a little too old to be watching it, but there were times where yes. And and again, at my age, I have what was it? I have this thing on my Roku that plays, like, certain shows, like, 24/7, and there's a thing that is a, that plays what is that show, and there's been a few nights where I'm just, like, sitting here and I'm like, "You know what? There's nothing else on, I think I'm gonna watch this," and I, like, see the same episodes over and over and over, and I'm just like, "Okay, I'm done with it for now," but yeah, I don't know what it is. I just, like, I don't know. Even back in the day when it was actually on Nickelodeon, they would have, like, marathons of it for, like, hours and hours and hours.
Mhm.
I'd be like, "You know, maybe I shouldn't be spending 5 hours watching this cat thing." No.
So she originally started out with that character on Victorious, which you probably know. But
Yeah.
my daughter couldn't say that. So
Mhm.
when she would wanna watch it, she'd be like,
Mhm.
"Mommy, can I watch Victoria's Secret?" I'm like, "Wait, what?" And I
Oh,
remember
that's
she had
great.
said that at my mom's house, and she's like, "What are you letting her watch?" And I'm like, "She's talking about Victorious, but for some reason she
Mhm.
calls it Victoria's Secret."
Yes.
And I'm
Yes,
like, "Yes, you can watch Victorious, but not Victoria's
mhm.
Secret."
No, that would not be, no. Wow, yeah, I mean, see, I'm kinda glad that I figured you would know who I was talking about, but I was like but yeah, but, like, I don't know what it was, but yeah, like, yeah, and that Side to Side was a few albums before that
Mhm.
one. Um,
She had Side to Side, and then what was the other one? I had it pulled up. Um, Positions is another one.
mhm. Oh, yeah, that's right.
That one's got a little
Yeah.
spicy undertone.
Yeah.
Can't remember. Dangerous Woman is another one. Um,
Mhm.
oh my gosh. There and I was trying to look it up, but I couldn't remember who it was. I know it's a song that Usher did within the last year, but he
Mhm.
was singing with this woman and she was talking about, "And I can't wait for you to kiss me on both sets of lips." And I was like, "Oh, oh."
Ah, that's wow. I'll tell you what, you can't get any more forward than
It was
like,
like, just put it all
that's
out
straight
there.
up. Yeah. I mean, okay, there we go. Wow, good.
And it really wasn't her first song, but one song that shocked me, and this was the first song that I knew her by, was Katy Perry, was "I Kissed a Girl."
Mhm.
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
it clear as day. I was on
Mhm.
my way home from the club with one of my girlfriends,
Mhm.
and I was a little extra, and we were
Yes.
driving, and that song came on, and I was like I was sitting there, and I kept, like, turning it up and turning it up,
Mhm.
and then I just, like, muted it all the way down. I'm like, "She's talking about kissing the girl." I'm like, "On the radio." And she's like, "Uh-huh." I'm like, "No, that's cool. Now I
Mhm.
want some cherry chapstick." And she's like, "Oh my god."
Cherry chapstick. I've cherry chapstick, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, wow.
And
It's amazing though that
oh, yeah.
you just man, I don't know what it is now, it's weird that, like, this just came to me today. I guess because now see, I don't have Spotify. I had
Okay.
Spotify. I do
Mhm.
not anymore because I do not like Spotify because I think I told you off air my
Mhm.
problems with Spotify. So, yeah, I used to pay Spotify. I paid for the Spotify premium, whatever that was, 11.99. But no more Spotify. Now I
Nope.
have Amazon Music because Amazon Music ain't gonna do me like you do me, Spotify, so, no.
And you know what's really weird when you were talking about that? So,
Mm,
my song that I had put on Spotify,
yes.
it's on Amazon Music too, but for some reason, I went
Yes.
through CD Baby to make it. So
Mhm.
they like, you pay for it, and they, like, make sure there's no copyright issues, and then they'll distribute it to, like, the streaming services like Apple and Amazon and all that stuff.
Mm.
For some reason, it has it listed as explicit. And I'm like, there is nothing even remotely explicit about that song.
I know. I know, you're not doing any dirty math in it or anything.
No,
It's just
no, I haven't even released that one.
yeah,
I just was like, wait,
exactly.
what? I was that explicit. I'm talking about eyeballs.
Is it on Amazon? I'm gonna have to search it and
Yeah.
I'll have to okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on Amazon Music.
oh, I will stream the shit out of it for you then, there we go.
I was like, explicit? What? How is that explicit?
Yeah, that's pointless. Like, I don't get the rationale behind some of these, like, reasonings for, why like, what determines it?
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, like me getting, like I told you off air, getting banned from TikTok for 24 hours because they said
oh, so that
I
was
was
okay, that
under
was
the
only a
age
24
of
hours.
18.
And
And I was like,
so
wait,
you
no, I don't even look remotely close like I'm under the age of 18. I mean, I had makeup on and I had, maybe it was the way that my camera was tilted because I had to go through my phone to do it. So the
mhm,
angle that it was at, it did give me more of like a streamlined kind of facial structure. But it did. It was just like we were all chilling and just talking and everything. And all of a sudden it popped up on my screen, but I didn't realize it popped up on everybody else's screen too. And they were like,
that
Mimi, what you done did? And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, this is telling us that you're being blocked, that you're getting taken down. I was like, I know, but what did I
oh,
do? So I went in there and it was like, you have been blocked for 24 hours from going live or hosting in a live. And I was like, what the fuck?
that's insane. That's insane.
So like what in these algorithms decides, oh, you look too young or oh, this is explicit. Like
Yeah,
I want to know what their thought process is on that because I'm very curious.
yeah, I don't know. I don't so well, wait, were you live, like, in the middle of a live when you got banned, or did it just
So I've made some friends over on TikTok. And
mm,
sorry.
mm,
I they go live almost every single day. And so
ooh,
I seen that they were online, so I just hopped in the chat to be like, "Hey, just wanted to stop in and say, what's up?" And every time that I do it, they're like, "Mimi, come up here." So they'll bring me up into their live. So we were in the middle of just not really doing anything, just kind of talking and just hanging out a little bit. And then
mhm.
one of the guys he couldn't remember my name. Everybody told him, they're like, "You can just call her Mimi," but for some reason he kept thinking they were saying Nikki. So he was like, "Nikki, Nikki." So all of a sudden he's talking to me. He's like, "Nikki, baby." And it just like popped up like right in front of my screen that I was getting removed from the live stream and that I was being blocked. Like I wasn't going to be able to do anything. And I'm like, "What the heck?" And so they're like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm going to leave the live. I'm going to go see." TikTok said they sent me a message. And then
Mhm.
that's when it was like, "You've been removed for going live and being under the age of 18. You must be 13 to have a TikTok account." And I'm like, I mean, hey, new best friend, for thinking I look 18, but shit, now I can't do anything for 24 hours.
Wait, hold on a second. Did you s now, I may not have heard you correctly. Did you
Mhm.
say that you have to be 13 to go live on TikTok? Is that the
Oh, you have to be 13 to have a TikTok account, and you have to be over the age of 18 to go live.
see, now this could just be me.
Mm.
Okay, now, excuse me if I sound old. I think 13 sounds a little too young to have a TikTok
Some of the
these
stuff
days.
that you see on there, yes. Like,
Yes,
there's been a couple of, have you ever seen, like, the flash TikToks?
um, probably. Explain to me what they are, and then I'll tell you if I've seen them or not.
Okay. It'll be like they'll have their phone and they're like, "Ooh, look at this, look at this." And then, like, when they flip it back, oops, there's a titty. And then when they flip
Oh,
it again, it's gone. So I like to call those tit talks.
hold on a second. Wait.
But I've
Now,
also seen some vajayjays on there as well.
okay. Hold on a second. What is your algorithm and how do I make mine do that so I can see what you're talking about?
I think it depends on what your browser
It's
history is.
it's look, it's purely for research. I'm telling you right now that that's what it is. It's research. It's all research. That's it.
I think it pulls from like your actual like search history outside of TikTok. And then I think it also depends on if you it's basically like everything else on the internet, like clickbait.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
you see one and you
Mhm.
watch it instead of just scrolling past it, if you watch that one video, it's going to just continuously pop up in your feed.
Okay, so I need to get one to pop up in my feed,
I'll
and I
send you
have to
one.
watch it. Yeah, do that because then that'll make it. See, force it. Force the algorithm. Force my algorithm to
Plus it.
work for me. Yes, force it. I'm asking you to force it on me. Just
I like to think I'm a
I
good
can
friend. I can do that.
yeah, how is wait a second, hold on a second, because I know me, and how is my search history that boring? I mean, I know who I am. How am I like, I I just feel, like, just really, like, old
You're
and just,
not
like
old.
no, I'm old. I need to start searching for more youthful and just, like, things that not many people search for. That's what I have to start doing. Like, okay, I'm gonna just start searching for really crazy things. So wait, hold on. I
Mhm.
can search for things on TikTok.
Yeah.
When did this start? Okay, because when I when I go to
You're like,
TikTok,
when did this start?
I don't search things. I just, like, go on TikTok and, like, things pop up.
Mhm.
Like they just pop up, and then I'm like, "Oh, you suck." You said like, and I don't watch it, I don't watch it, I don't watch it. Like, see, I'm seeing a lot more of you lately, so I appreciate that, that's great, because I can hear you doing whatever you're doing on TikTok, that's great. But now that I know I can search, I have to click the magnifying glass, and I have to search for
Mhm.
things that people wouldn't think I would normally want to see. But maybe
Yeah.
I want to see it because, I need to open up this dark side of TikTok for
Trying to see if
research.
I can pull one up. Oh, it doesn't let you do it.
That's disappointing. See, it's catching on to us because that's what happens. They hear us talking, and then they're like, "Because you're talking about it, we're not gonna let you see it now. It's gonna go away and disappear forever." That's how they work. These sneaky, sneaky
I
people.
think now that I just searched boobs, it'll probably start popping some stuff up.
Wait, you can just okay,
You
hold
can
on.
just search boobs.
It's literally just that easy?
It's literally just that easy.
That's insane.
I just sent you some boobs.
So,
That should
wait,
help.
people hold on a second, alright. Now we're live, I'm just gonna look on my phone here and see what this says. Wait, I don't want a notification for cat, but I deleted you,
Distorted.
you stupid thing. Hold on.
I'm like, I
Who the
could
hell
never
is
make
this
one of
person?
those videos. I'm not coordinated. And I feel like, yeah, you may catch like a nip slip,
Hold on.
but I may also drop the phone and you may just see me standing there in my t-shirt and my pajama pants
Hope
and look at
hopefully
the
you don't
bathroom
hope
floor.
just hopefully yeah, hopefully you don't drop it into the toilet because then you're not
Oh
gonna get it
god.
back. Oh, wait,
I
so
did
this
have
just
that
this
happen one
video,
time. Oh god,
let's
this was years ago.
uh-huh.
My girlfriend and I were at the gym and I had a hoodie on and I had my phone in my hoodie pocket and
Mhm.
I went in the bathroom to change because I didn't want to change like out in front of everybody and all the fitting rooms were our dressing rooms were taken. So I went in the
Mhm.
bathroom and I wasn't thinking and I pulled my hoodie up like this. And when I did, I just shot out of my pocket right into the fucking toilet. And I was like,
Wow.
no, my
Wow.
life is over.
That's okay. I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
I just watched that video that you shared with me.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing, by the way. I
You're welcome.
appreciate now that I know this dark side of TikTok, or, if
Oh,
that's what we
there's a
wanna
very
call it.
dark side to TikTok.
Well, now I'm gonna go down that wormhole. I think we
There you
should
go.
do a special Friday Night Live where we go into the dark side of TikTok. Or no, you know what? No, no, don't do that here. Save that for hard things because that sounds more appropriate. Um,
That's
but
actually a really good idea. I should tell her that. But like, hey, I got an
yes,
idea. I
yeah,
got it
exactly.
from
Do
Michael.
that. Yeah. No, 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 no. You don't even have to say it came from me. Take all the credit in the world. Um, but my thing is, okay, so I've uploaded to videos on TikTok, okay,
Mm,
that are clips from movies, okay,
mm,
or there's a scene that I uploaded before, all right, where somebody gets hit, okay, and you
mm,
see like an explosion, and
uh-huh,
you can clearly see that the person probably died from said explosion,
mm,
and that gets me flagged, and I have to go through the trouble of appealing it, and they still want it removed because they say it goes against community standards. All right. But like, I just watched the video. How do they allow you to see the anatomy of a woman
mhm.
and then that not get flagged? And
Yeah,
but is so that's okay. So it's like
mhm.
TikTok hates me, but if you're a woman, just have at it. And
But here and again, I don't think that's 100% true. So there was an underwear company that I had seen on TikTok, and so I ordered
mm,
some underpants from them.
okay.
Um, I'm avoiding the P word because some people are triggered by that. Um, oh fuck it,
Yes.
panties. I ordered some panties
Oh,
from them.
oh, okay. Hold on. Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, wait, wait. Back up for 1 second.
Mhm.
Okay. So when you said the P word, I thought you meant another P word, and I was like, "Okay, I can
No, not that
understand maybe how people are triggered." Maybe I can
word.
understand maybe how people are triggered by that. But you're telling me people get triggered by panties for real?
There are people that are bothered by the word panties and by
Why?
the word moist.
Okay. Why?
I don't
Moist is
know,
moist. We
right?
all get moist. We're all moist at one time or another, and we wear panties. Well, I don't wear panties, but
And
people wear
sometimes
them.
the panties get moist.
Exactly. Moist panties. It's quite natural and
And that
logical.
leads you into a no like a whole nother world right there because that's a profitable thing.
Yes, it leads to hard things. Don't you get it?
Oh my god. So
See,
just
I'm
really
endorsing another show. See, that's great.
really random side topic like how we got to this whole day has just been weird. So this whole conversation happened. I was on my
Yes.
way home from work and
Mhm.
one of the women from work was texting me and she was like she sent me this video and she's like, "Did you know this was a thing? I know you know a lot of things, but did you know this was a thing?" And it was selling farts in a jar. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's a huge thing."
Wonderful.
Like there's this woman that makes like thousands of dollars a month in income from selling farts in a jar. She doesn't just sell the farts, she does like video of her like flatulating and doing it
Ooh,
into said jar and everything. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, did you know also that you can sell bad breath? That's a thing."
really?
Yes. There is this woman that she will eat very pungent things and not brush her
Yeah.
teeth for like a day or 2 days.
Ugh. Ugh.
And then she she will blow into a bag, zip it shut,
Oh,
but she's making like hundreds of dollars on just a few bags of some stank morning
and
breath.
and this is
But they
men
do that
buying.
shit for
Well,
free.
that's yeah, that's there are some sick men in this world, and maybe women too if women buy it. I don't
Oh,
know.
there's some sick
Let's
women
take
out
a
there
poll.
too.
I'm I'm beside myself. I feel like, dare I say, a whole new world has opened for me tonight,
Stick
and I
around,
don't know
kid.
if I like
Take
it.
you down the rabbit hole.
I don't know if I like it. I'm 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 a little scared. I'm this 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 goes beyond. I mean, this oh
So there's a huge commodity for used items, but there's an even bigger market for used things that um have a smell or are not
oh
cleaned. So there is a whole website that you can actually send in or people
oh
can buy off of. You can buy used undergarments that are not clean, that have been sweated in and other things in, if you catch my drift. And then if you watch like a particular person like on an OF or like a cam girl, you can actually purchase that item that she was using during that
mm,
unsanitized.
all right. Wow.
Dirty
I mean,
socks, dirty panties, dirty hosiery, dirty lingerie. Like there's so many things.
okay.
And here I am, an idiot, washing my clothes and washing my toys.
Just oh. Oh,
Mhm.
I've got see, I have a story for you, but I'll have to tell it off air because I don't think you
Okay.
wanna air it here. Um, but yeah, oh, I didn't realize there was a market for that,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, I mean, oh, that's wow. Wow. Wow.
There's a market for so many things, so
Wow.
many things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I just have to say, I can't, like I said, I can't get into the story. I don't wanna get well, I would get into the story here, but we'll save that for a more raunchier program. Um,
Okay.
just just see, don't do like I do, or don't do like I did, and, date a very religious person who only wants when she wants, and then will give it, but then take it away very quick and swift, and never give it again until she would want again.
Mm,
Let's
that's
just
not
say that.
healthy.
I did it for 5.5 years. It was my nightmare.
I would have died after a month.
Eh, I thought I would have, but, and I probably should have, but it was her kid's fault. I was too attached to the kid from her previous marriage, and
Mhm.
that's really why I think I hung in there. So,
And that happens. Same thing like with marriages and, other long-term relationships. Some people stay because of the kids. And it's, it's not always a healthy thing. Sometimes it does more damage to the kids than it does help them.
oh, I realized that because we ended up see, we were together for 5.5 years, then we broke up.
Mm,
Then we got back together, I guess, 4 years later,
mm,
and we were together for, like, a month, and I'm like, "She's still crazy, I'm done." And then, we got back together maybe 3 years after no, 2 years after that, and we were together for, like, 3 more months, And I was like, "Dude, you're an idiot. She was crazy before. She was crazy the second time. The third time is definitely not the charm. What are you doing to yourself?"
Michael, are you a hard learner?
I'm a very hard learner, and see, this is why
High
I
five.
just sit
So am I.
there. See, this is why I just sit there and listen to 34 plus 35, and I'm like, "Now see, this is the type of woman that I need because she gets it, and she's not gonna treat me bad or be a nutcase. Well, maybe she'll be a nutcase, but she'll be a nutcase in a good way that I can accept and deal with."
Oh my god. There's someone out there. There's someone out there.
One day, I mean, look, at 45, soon to well, actually, I can't even say that 'cause I'm more than halfway to 46. So, the clock's ticking, and, I mean, I'm lucky I can still stand upright, and we can hope that I can keep standing upright for a few more years yet to come, but I am, like, way over the hill at this point, so, I mean, it's like there's no one up at the top of the hill, and I'm looking down the hill. There's no one down at the other side but death. So it's like here's okay, so hold on, I can't hold my hand up that high because you can't see it. So here's the hill. This is the top, so over point.
Mhm.
I'm like "Oh shit." I'm all backwards for the video people. I don't know what the fuck this is. Alright, forget it. I'm not holding my hands anymore. So, okay,
It
so
made
top
me
of the
think
hill.
of something from church. That's why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at anything else. Made me think of a song from church where they're like this.
Listen,
Oh
that
god.
was that was that
Triggered.
was me in the born that was me in the born again for 5.5 years, where I would sit in church with her, and she would be all, like, having her hands up and doing the waving things and all happy and shit, and I would just be sitting there and I'd be like, "Halloween is great, Halloween is good, Halloween is great, Halloween is good," and that's how I got through it, and she'd be sitting there singing and putting the hands up, and I'm just like, "Halloween is great, Halloween is good," and she'd have the Bible out, and we'd be reading them, and I'd be like, "Halloween is great," and she'd be like, she'd be, like, tapping me, are you listening? Are you following along?" "Yeah, sure I am. Halloween is great, Halloween is good, Halloween is good," and that's just how I would do it the whole time, and she was none the wiser. She was none
Mm.
that was just, but yeah, so, I'm way past the over the I'm headed back down the hill. So if I don't find something or someone, and I mean, believe me, if I wasn't, like, totally just broke, I could find someone to be some sort of a companion, but I don't want that. I don't do that type of stuff.
No.
It's not me. So, but yeah, the selections are limited. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing my journey down the hill to death, and then when I'm dead, I won't know what I'm missing because I'll be dead, so there we go.
Hey, you know what? I'm here for it. Like,
Yeah.
what? I don't have to wake up and deal with this shit anymore. Sign me
Mm.
up.
Yeah, that's exactly how we, oh, shit. Do we have to wrap up? We have to wrap up, don't
Oh,
we?
yeah,
Oh, shit.
got to get to going. I didn't even
Alright,
realize
well,
I wasn't paying attention. Bad me.
I was just looking at the time, so I'll just play something to, like, take us out. If you've gotta leave or whatever, just I'll just stop and, you know what I mean? Like, I'll stop it and everything, so don't worry about that, and I will, I don't know. Do you wanna say anything in closing before I don't wanna make you late for whatever, so
Thank you so much for joining us again for another episode of Ridiculous Ramblings Friday Night Live. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and we will see you next week. Until next time, ta ta for now. Okay, love you. Bye.
oh, wait. Okay. Cut that, cut that. Okay. Whew. Just wanted to play something there to kinda end it with, just so we could have, Oh, wait, I gotta stop